Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Coz and we're back once again with another video. In this video we're going to be reacting to good movie fights versus bad movie fights. I'm quite a fan of fight scenes in movies, especially if they're really good, so I'm pretty interested to see what this man decides is good. Is a good fight scene and what isn't. This video is created by Marcus Fleming, by the way. You guys can check him out if you so desire. Let's get straight into it.
This is Volume 2 in Bad Movie Fights versus Good Movie Fights. In Volume 1, you learned that a good fight should have stakes, clarity, and editing that best serves the action. Anything with shaky cam is a major no-no. Anything with choppy editing to cover up actors who can't fight is a major no-no. And remember,
Fair.
no guns allowed.
Also fair. The fuck is that?
So, let's do this. Let's start off with a good fight. This scene is from the film Mission Impossible.
Okay, you said good fight.
Fallout.
I know this fight scene, and it is a really good fight scene.
Much like the Bourne films, which had to find their rhythm to really figure out what they were doing,
This is Jason Bourne.
the Mission Impossible series have gone through the same journey, starting off as a very Hitchcockian spy thriller, to an action-packed Hong Kong-esque movie, to something more drama-based,
It's up to you how this goes.
Because you know what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna find her. Whoever she is, I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna hurt her.
to finally settling on being a series that is constructed around elaborate set pieces. And this fight sequence is Henry Cavill's finest moment as an action star so far.
All right.
Hand-to-hand combat in this scene is excellent. Now don't get it wrong, there are maybe too many cuts in this scene. The real genius of shooting an action scene is to keep the cuts minimal. But the cuts used here are always intentional and are used to progress the action rather than mask the blows. This is a simple example. The close-up of a hand taking the pipe, completely necessary and clear. What makes this fight even more exciting is that our protagonists are actually getting their asses kicked.
True.
They could and should lose this fight. They have bitten off more than they can eat with this antagonist. And just when the hand-to-hand combat gets to its peak, we introduce the endgame, a gun. Now in fairness, at this point here, he probably would have shot Ethan Hunt, played by Tom Cruise, but the day is saved by the much-loved character.
Ilsa Faust.
What really makes this scene so good are the stakes involved and the lack of power that our protagonist hold. Christopher McQuarrie is a somewhat underrated writer and director.
Where it's Tom and a cameraman, and Tom doing actual dialogue in free fall.
Where's your heart and mind at that point?
It's very much an out-of-body experience. It's life and death stakes, and it's very, very real. You're what we call in present time.
His true genius came to the fore in the early part of his career when he wrote
Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker!
The Usual Suspects,
How many keys, you cocksucker?
In English, please.
Excuse me.
In English.
How many fucking keys, you cocksucker? What the fuck?
and he
What
has
the
gone to be
fuck?
an interesting action director. The filmmaking here serves
What does
its
this have to do
purpose
with the fucking
without
fight
being
scenes, though?
overbearing.
Can you still make a mask?
I need a face to make a mask.
Which nicely takes us to
Okay, this has to. That's the guy from Taken. It has to be a good fight scene, you know what I'm saying?
So we're back to shaky cam.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
quick
saying.
editing to cover up actors' lack of fighting abilities. Now, there's no doubting that the original Taken film was a guilty pleasure classic.
I will look for you.
I will find
I
you,
will find you.
and I will kill you.
And I will kill you.
Yes,
Very
sir.
basic storyline, very good acting from Neeson, and ultimately some nice set pieces. Taken 2, however, is simply overbearing. Same storyline as 1, with a bigger budget. And this scene is how you should not shoot an action sequence. Now, firstly, the problem comes from the casting itself. At this stage, Liam Neeson was 60 years old. In great shape, but still 60 years old. So this scene is already highly unbelievable. In my bad movie car chases versus good movie car chases,
Hey.
the word I
First of all, Denzel Washington is however many years old, and I'm still waiting for a fucking Equalizer 4 or some shit. Cause I don't care how old this man gets. I need some more Equalizers.
always use is visceral. This fight is reminiscent of the fight from Volume 1 in this series, Colombiana. Choppy editing, lack of geography, shaky cam. And maybe the biggest complaint is the real lack of fighting style.
Yeah, they look like they
Really
were.
does look like two old middle-aged men fighting outside a pub, but less visceral. For visceral filmmaking, when it comes to fighting, there is one scene that sticks out amongst many.
To be fair, they make it. In that fight scene, it kind of looks like they were doing some bootleg version of Wing Chun.
This incredible sequence from the film Saving Private Ryan is masterfully directed by a director who's often accused of being too whimsical, Steven Spielberg. It's simply incredible. Without me even giving you context, you can feel how real this scene feels. Now, there are a number of elements at play here. The cinematography by Janusz Kaminski is stunning. You can almost see the grit in the film stock here. The proximity at which Spielberg keeps the camera is fantastic. We are in the scene, not at a distance. And Saving Private Ryan is primarily a drama, so the use of its dramatic actors really helps the scene rather than hinder it, especially as Private Mellish, played by the brilliant Adam Goldberg, pleads for his life.
Listen to me! Listen to me! Stop! Stop! No. Es ist einfach für dich viel ein.
But what frames the scene even more is the incredible acting just outside the room by the hugely underrated Jeremy Davies, who cowardly chooses to not interject. And lastly, a huge element of the scene is the lack of music. It just really adds life to the scene. But unlike car chases, not all fight scenes have to be visceral to really land a blow.
What is that?
These amazing fight scenes from Hero aren't visceral at all. In fact, they're rather surreal. In conception, there isn't much difference between these scenes
Jet Li. It's kind of
and
cool.
this. In execution, there is a huge difference. Which is why the art and craft of filmmaking is sometimes so underappreciated. Now, Steven Seagal is an easy target, so we won't linger on him for too long. But he started off his career with rather good fight sequences, including a really good cameo in the movie Executive Decision.
We're not gonna make it!
To simply phone it in his performances and fight it like this.
Why is Mike Tyson always boxing something?
Now, if you're going to fight Mike Tyson in a movie, it's got to be like this.
Donnie Yen? Yes, sir. Yeah, that shit was a fight scene, bruh.
This is the fight from the film Ip Man 3. Now, many of you didn't like the scene from Ip Man 1 that was featured in Volume 1 of the series. Many thought it to be too clinical, with too many fighters waiting.
Yeah, everybody was just
to
waiting.
be hit. It's a common problem in filmmaking when it comes to fight sequences, but one film manages to solve the problem.
Oh.
This 7-minute long action sequence is notable for two things: being a one-take sequence and being, by far, the best thing about the film. Because in actuality, the film is rather dull, and the box office returns suggest that the audience thought so too. But this sequence is masterful. Characters not waiting around to be attacked. Our protagonist is in real danger. She could be hurt, and she has to protect another character who can't fight. It has a lot of the hallmarks from her first film in this video, Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, don't be fooled into thinking this is all just one long continuous take. There are plenty of hidden cuts in the sequence, especially as the camera goes behind a character. However, the scene is still simply brilliant. Charlize Theron, who we've featured before, always commits to her roles, especially when physicality is involved. David Leitch, who co-directed the original John Wick, handles the action sequences brilliantly. But, as often in his work, his storytelling isn't quite as well handled, and the ending of the scene is just uber cool.
Am I a bitch now?
And how fitting that Atomic Blonde features this guy.
Who is this guy?
Who features in this scene, which does Atomic Blonde better than even Atomic Blonde. This is a scene from Barry, an episode called Barry vs. Lily, directed by the lead actor Bill Hader. And this scene is actually just called Barry vs. Ronnie. In a truly sensational scene that does everything that the too-good scene we featured today also does: provides danger, pushes our protagonist to the limit, makes them tired.
Yeah, it makes it more realistic when they get tired and shit. Oh shit.
Ronnie, you're hurt, man. Your windpipe's busted, man. Your windpipe's busted.
Why is this going though?
And makes us think that they might be used to fight. Now, of course, he doesn't, but the fight doesn't end there.
Yeah, bring my kid.
When Ronnie's daughter gets home.
What the fuck is that?
I thought you were a dog.
She possessed for sure. Just kind of funny.
Go get her, Barry. I'm not killing a kid.
You sound like a creep, but you want to get in the car with me and my friend?
But Barry doesn't actually count, because Barry's TV, and this is Bad Movie Fights versus Good Movie Fights, Volume 2. Which of these
This
fights
man
do you
showed
think was the
all
best?
that
And
just to
which
say
bad
it doesn't
and good
count.
movie fights should I cover next? Let me know in the comments, and until we speak again, big love.
No, that'll go possess. That shit was kind of funny. But yeah, like that was actually some pretty good shit. But that's the guy, Marcus Flemings. There's his child stuff. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you want to see anything else from me, let me know, and I'll be sure to give it a shot. Till then, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.